Welcome back, everyone, to my dungeon of mystery and madness. This episode, both parties get to finally meet me. Isn't that fun?
As you guys are standing there trying to figure out what to do, you do hear a voice that isn't Boggle's, that isn't either of yours, that seems very booming and just coming from every direction, and you just hear,
"Adventurers, do you come to slay me?"
Who are you?
I am the one in the storm. The one who many have tried to stop, but none have.
That's why we were coming here.
Ah.
Yeah. I think so.
Is that
Kind
bad?
of lost the track there a little bit. I mean, if you're nice, we won't kill you. We don't kill nice people.
as you respond, you can actually hear a pause that isn't for dramatic effect. It's it's dumbfounded, being
Well, listen, there was supposed to be this whole theatrics thing,
Sorry.
Oh,
no, listen.
you do
We
like
can take it
theater.
back. We can go back to one.
Yeah,
We
why
can
don't
try
I
it
start?
again.
Let's start over.
Start this over.
Let's start
Okay.
over.
Yeah.
Let's start from the beginning.
Right.
Start from the top.
All right, welcome, adventurers. Do you wish to come slay? Now, see, I'm kind of off on it a little bit. But anyway, you are many of adventurers coming to try to destroy and slay me, right? That's the whole deal. Is there's a bunch of you guys, and you're wow, let me go slay the dragon. That's kind of the deal going on here.
Well, it's me, Cicero here. Which, by the way, I'm Harvey. This is Cis.
I'm Cicero. Yeah. There were those people in that tavern who were going to also come.
Yeah.
We're
Right,
going
they're all doing their own thing in this dungeon.
There's a Boggle. There's a Boggle.
Right, I think, Bago, you've been here for a bit, okay. Anyway, let's break this down. Because, there's a lot of people I have to talk to. There's a lot of people in this dungeon right now.
Yeah,
Anyway,
busy boys.
Yeah.
busy. This is the third adventuring party I've talked to in this dungeon so far. I know. Anyway, you're all heroes or want to be heroes. You want that glory, that battle. Well, I'm not that. I am pretty evil. That's kind of the deal. I've trapped you all in my dungeon. But
It's a nice dungeon.
Yeah, I like it so far.
Yeah, the flowers are cool.
Reminds me of my
Nice
mom's
touch.
house.
Yeah.
I've taken my time to really just collect cool things from everywhere. A lot of traps and stuff, and some really scary stuff you'll read eventually. But anyway, here's the deal. There's a bunch of you adventurers, heroes, trying to come slay me, and I will give some adventurers that opportunity to fight me. You're going to lose when you get here. But here's the deal. This dungeon is filled with traps and riddles and creatures from all over the multiverse. If you can get past them, if you can make your way across my puzzle rooms, you can then face me. But there is a catch. Only one adventuring party gets the chance, I should say, to fight me. The rest of you, stuck in this dungeon forever.
Question: does it have to be? Does it have to be the party that we came in with, or if we meet up with the others, decide they're really cool and form a party with them? Is that a loophole? Did I just mess up your game again?
Yeah.
Can Boggle be a
really
part of our
talk to Artis
party?
about this.
Yeah. He's got a nifty hat.
I don't, honestly, the more the merrier at this point. If you can somehow, I've met some of the other adventurers, and I'm not gonna be start gossip or anything, but some of them kind of are mean. So if you can convince them to join your party, maybe. But sure, if Boggle wants it, sure. If that's what you want, yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys so
Boggle,
far have
what do you
been
say?
I like this whole vibe we got going on here. Everyone else has been I will slay you, dragon, and this is a lot more realistic and we're having open discussion, which is great.
Well, we don't know you, you don't know us.
Yeah,
we're trying to, it's a rapport.
It's all about communication, mate.
Right. Communication is really key. But anyway, I have to run. And as he says that,
the whiteness around in the void slowly begins to turn into something that you both are very familiar with in your memories. Cicero, you were here first when this happened. What kind of flower were you looking to pick that day that the Fey Boar attacked? Things are starting to get spicy for our Fey friends. But somewhere else in the dungeon, the newlyweds are still having a conversation with good old me.
And Endora will give a deep bow befitting one of the Archfey.
Oh, you don't have to do that. That's
Can someone explain to me what's going on right now?
It has been an honor to be bamboozled by you, Your Greatness.
We weren't
bamboozled.
That's
we were. We were bamboozled.
We weren't bamboozled.
This hasn't happened this hasn't happened, I'll just say yet. Most people see the dragon in the sky and are like, oh, that's scary, or they're just like, oh, that's fine.
Oh, dear God, you don't know me and my wife. You are not the main problem here. Why did you not explain this to me to begin with? Hey, why are you bowing this and the other, rather than just going, oh, yeah, I'm gonna curtsy and bow? And it's like, oh yeah, I'm standing here looking like a dumbass.
Yeah, that is kind of strange. I don't know what's up with that, if we're being honest.
We're newlyweds. We're trying to work out the kinks right now. Okay, it's not kinky, but there's a lot to explain that I'm not going to get into.
I mean, okay, that's fine with me.
What are you?
The name's here, Sam. You're in my dungeon.
It's your dungeon.
Yeah, it's my dungeon. It's yep, collection of all the stuff that I thought was neat.
Oh, the Green Knights were absolutely terrifying. I was shaking in my boots.
Those were more of an accident. Those were people who came into my dungeon and then just couldn't leave. They kind of got stuck in here, you know. You know how it is. You get stuck in something and it's a whole mess. Actually, that was kind of fun.
Green Knights.
Yeah.
Buying stuff.
You were busy, Donovan, darling. I know better than to interrupt you when you're performing.
I mean, it was a good song. I mean, if we're being honest, you guys were probably like on my list of like people I had to like, scare. Like you guys are like 5th, but like that song moved you up to 2nd.
Oh.
Donovan like motions over to Endora. This is my wife. She is scarier than you'll ever be. I have faced dragons and demons. She scares me more than anything else ever could. And somehow I still follow her. It's biological, I think. It's really weird.
I don't know.
I think you do.
Well, I had this like monologue. But like,
go for it. Go for it. Yes.
Like we'll just go here. I'll just.
No.
I mean,
yes.
I'm gonna roll a performance check. Like, hold on. I'm getting into scene. Roll a performance check to get into scene to make sure that I'm like, looking like I'm scared enough.
Yeah, Endora will do the same.
Okay,
Endora
give me some performance checks. Absolutely.
Or can Endora use deception?
That's totally fine. Either one. I like that deception.
I'm also going to use prestidigitation to soil myself as I'm trying to do this.
All right, I'll give you advantage on the performance check then.
All right, let's go.
That's a 17 deception. 17. I'm absolutely terrified. 21, sorry.
21, okay, 21.
Yeah.
17 for performance.
17, okay. You guys are like actually doing a really good job. I'm like, oh my god. And here's some at first. They'll be like, okay. Let me try this again. So, adventurers, you come to slay me. Well,
yes.
Oh yes, slay. Just slay.
All right, sorry. Well,
I'm a fair I can't really say the dragon part because you guys know what's up. I'm a fair satyr. Anyway, only 2 adventurers, or a group of adventurers, because only a group of adventurers can make it to the end of this dungeon.
I landed her. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I landed her. There's really nothing. Wait a minute. Hold on. You said group of adventurers, or was that 2? Because you're kind of going back and forth on.
Well, okay. I'm just gonna talk in this voice again. Well, you see, there was that. Most people have been in groups. There's one person who's a one person. But there was a group of 2, but they have adopted someone else in the dungeon, and so they're 3 now. So I'm allowing it because I think that's kind of funny. So I mean, if you adopt someone, a group of adventurers.
What if we adopted you? And Doris blurts out.
I don't think. No, thank you.
My music's only going to get worse. Do you really want to be stuck with us?
I mean, I'm gonna be watching over you anyway, so I mean, I'll just watch from afar, throw some things at you as you go, you know.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna look over at Endora. It's I'm about to do something incredibly stupid.
And you say I'm the foolhardy one, Donovan.
Firebolt.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Firebolt. You know what they say, you put it in the game, it has to have a stat block. So let me find out its AC real quick. I'm gonna say confidently that the King of Chaos doesn't have that high of AC, so you can possibly hit it. Let's see.
You got this.
That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. We'll say
20.
you snap your finger, firebolt, and we'll say he just hops to the side, but it's really close. Okay, well, I see where this is going. You don't get the privilege of fighting me yet. You have to be the first ones out of the dungeon. That's the whole deal here. No, I am a Fae after why.
I'm trying to do some things to make it seem like it's more enjoyable to you.
There's other adventurers I have to go talk to, so I'll let you get back to what you're doing.
We won't take up any more of your time. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, because let's get this dungeon started with a bang, you know? So let's change this scene a little bit. You guys were dealing with those Green Knights?
No.
It is my dungeon after all. Let's make it exciting.
Oh, yes.
And
yes,
when he says
make
that,
it exciting.
you watch as the void disappears and you guys are back in the dungeon, except this time, Endora, what was your childhood home like? It seems that these adventurers think I'm some kind of joke, which, you know what, understandable. But I think it's time to show that I'm more than just bark. I also have a nasty bite.
So Cicero normally is out looking, like I said, his family owned an apothecary, so he's normally out looking for things that are medicinal, herbal, usually healing or aromatherapy. I think today he was looking for more, just something pretty, just something I think maybe it was there was a celebration coming up soon, so he's just looking for the prettiest non-useful flower he could find.
Okay, so let's say maybe this memory, you're in a meadow, a clearing in this very dense Fey forest, filled with all these different multicolored flowers of all different shapes and sizes all around you. With that being said, the only thing different here is, I can't remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but was your brother here with you at this point, or was this just you by yourself?
It was just me by myself.
Okay, so that hasn't changed. It's just you here, except this time you have Harvey and the boggle that Harvey is still holding. As you are in this meadow, it begins to storm pretty intensely and pretty quickly. At the same time, Harvey, I'm going to ask you to add some detail to this battle map. Now that we have this clearing with all these flowers, what was the forest like? What type of year in the Feywild was it? Was it autumn, where there's the trees full of life? Was it summer, spring? When this boar attack happened?
So when this happened, I'd probably say it was probably just kind of in that in between spring and summer. So a lot of foliage was on the ground, but stuff was like the trees were full, so it's very dense. And it's in the Feywild, it's always very hard to kind of see through the forest with the different types of trees and how thick it is. So it kind of fills in quite a lot that you can't see for long distances. But there's just a lot of nature activity that's happening between like the animals and leaves and the
Perfect.
changing of seasons.
Yeah, so I love that. So it is that time between spring and summer, and we'll say, with that being said, you do see some animals are the first thing you notice. Some fey animals, multicolored animals, probably with like strange antlers and all that good stuff. You know, the Feywild. There's everything goes there. It's wonderful. You watch as all these animals kind of stampede out of the forest through the meadow, passing you. None of them are dangerously close to you. But you both notice at the same time, as the storm is now raging and it's getting darker, you see from deep within the forest this very large beast. And as it moves, you hear the sounds of trees falling to its side, and you see its glowing red eyes as you see a very large, very sinister version of that fey boar you once fought. It is coming for you, and it is rushing through the tree line towards you. And we'll all roll initiative right now.
It was a almost like a Victorian manse, large arched wood archways for every like doorway, lots of pillars, the best mahogany, but not too ostentatious. The right amount of furniture for any room in a tasteful pattern of brocade fabrics and just like a little bit classy Victorian vibes.
Perfect. So
Yes.
all that stuff, the classic Victorian, the mahogany, all the pillars, you watch as, well, not you watch, you look around, and this dungeon it's the same layout. You have the room you're in, you see the prison cells in front of you, but they've all taken on this Victorian feel now. It feels like this weird mashup of your home that you grew up in with this dungeon structure. Everything, it feels familiar but not familiar at the same time. Along with that, as you look at the Green Knights, they are no longer there, except in their place, you see this giant hulking creature that is a mashup of all your family members, and they're slowly making their way towards both of you. I need you both to roll initiative.